The Saints return to Peach Belt Conference play Saturday afternoon at home against Francis Marion, but Pat Parrish and the Saints had to go without all-conference goalie Roddy Tanaskovic for the second consecutive game, meaning freshman Chris Alonzo would make the start. The first half was relatively quiet, though, as both teams just had a combined 9 shots, and no one really had the momentum heading into the intermission tied 0-0. In the second half, both offenses would get things going as Ben Chedji nearly connects on his 5th goal of the season, and down on the other end, Justin Walton has a shot smothered by Alonzo to keep the game tied at 0. In the 87th minute, however, Gray Phelps would collect a pass from Stan Solon and drill home his 4th goal of the season to give the Saints the 1-0 victory. Here's Phelps on the game-winning goal.
Well, Mo came down the line off the cross. It came up on Bishop's foot, and he sent to just laid it off on the left side, and then I came in there, got in behind the defender, and just hit it home as hard as I could.
Coach talked about it after the win the other night against Lees McRae, how big it was for you guys to bounce back from Georgia Southwestern. Was this another game to continue building upon that momentum from the other night?
Oh yeah, that loss is in the back of our minds for the rest of the time. Every single person will be here at North Georgia. Worst loss that we've ever had, and we're just building on it and just trying to get rid of it, and we're playing harder every single game because of it.
Coach, it seems like every single game somebody is stepping up for the Saints. Somebody's coming through late with a big goal or a big stop somewhere along the line. This time it's Gray Phelps, and finally Francis Marion lets you guys penetrate through. How tough was it against this defense to find some space finally and to find something to make something happen against such a good defense?
Francis Marion, I got to give props to Kevin. He's a great coach, and his teams are always going to be disciplined, organized. They play so simple, and they play very consistent. That's one thing that you're always going to get when we play against Francis Marion. This is actually, I think, our second win since I've been here over them. They beat us here in overtime a couple years ago, buzzer beater, and it's always a matchup. It's always a good game, but we knew that in order to get success, Daniel Vergara was able to get free on the flanks. Caleb Turner, the flank play, if you open up a team, you're going to have some success behind. With the ball trickling in the box there after a service, it's just a matter of willpower to go ahead and find and fight for the ball to get the ball in the back of the net.
Chris Alonzo, a freshman in the net here, having to make his second consecutive start with Roddy going out with the injury. Talk about his play. How big has he been as a freshman, stepping up big, and the defense also helping him out in the backfield, keeping the ball out of the net?
It's pretty cool. Chris was wondering whether or not if we were able to save his redshirt year. I'm glad we didn't. It's one of those things where even though he's a freshman, he has a lot to learn, but to play in 2 big games as a freshman and be composed and confident is outstanding. He knows he still has a lot of hard work to do, but for him to show up like that in front of a very good back four gives him confidence in the whole team that he was able to perform at a high level.
Coach, just a couple of games left. Best of luck down the backstretch here as we head towards the postseason as you guys make a push. Best of luck here coming up on the road.
Thank you, Rusty. Go Saints.